Hi there, this is Kerrie at Positive Dimensions. So today's conversation is around midlife crises. So a few years ago, and may I just clarify a few, I was in my late 30s and I was starting to wonder if I was going through a midlife crisis. For a while I'd been having thoughts about feeling unsatisfied in my career. But because to other people it looked like I had, great career, I thought that maybe I was being unrealistic and that I would get over it. It was just a passing phase. But then it gradually dawned on me that, do you know what, whether it was a midlife crisis or whether it was very specific to my job, it didn't matter. It was that something needed to change. So instead of focusing on trying to diagnose it, am I having a midlife crisis or am I needing to change my job, I actually just needed to accept that something was wrong and that some changes needed to be made. And it was almost like by giving myself permission to move beyond the trying to figure out the diagnosis, I was then able to take action. So lesson one, if you are feeling that you might be going through your midlife crisis, but then you're not sure whether it is that, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you're in tune with yourself and you're saying something's not right, I'm not happy, and then accept that so that you can then move on to take action. And that was the next step for me. It was like, instead of trying to figure out everything on my own in here, I needed to kind of get out, take action, and talk to people. The inner conversations I were having were kind of going round and round in circles. And what was really going on is what was once important to me, what kind of once almost defined me, had changed. Those things, my role or my identity as this sort of high-flying career person, were not what was important to me anymore. So when starting to move forward, the first thing we need to do is take a step back and say, what is important to me? Who do I want to be in this great world of ours? What do I want to be able to stand for? Who do I want to have around me? What do I want to be able to do? And so in my own journey, kind of the thing that time and time came up for me was about, I actually want to make a positive difference to individuals. And whether that was family, friends, clients, whatever, it was about, I want to make a positive difference to make their lives better. I want them, when they think of me, to have this big smile and to think, she gets it, she understands me, and she helped me. So with that big kind of mission in my life, or that big purpose that I wanted to stand for, I was then able to look at the different parts of my life that were important to me. So if I take my career at the time was an HR director for a big brand. And as a result of being at that level, I was very much operating at the strategic end, where it was all about the business and where the business wanted to go. On top of that, this was an organisation that was going through significant restructure and there was a lot of cost control going on. So some of the things that I would have liked to have done at an individual level, it was just not the right time. So there was a real disconnect in terms of being able to have a positive impact with individuals with the role. The role was perhaps at too senior level and it was not the right time for the organisation. So something needed to change in the career piece. But then when I also looked at other parts of my life, I could see other disconnects. So I was living in the US at the time, and my family, which was another very key component to me, were all based here in the UK. And so whilst I could support and have a relationship from a distance, I wasn't there for those on-the-spot moments, those crisis calls, and therefore I wasn't being able to be the sister I wanted to be the friend I wanted to be, the granddaughter I wanted to be, the daughter. And therefore, again, I was experiencing this disconnect. And then on top of that, I actually wanted to admit to myself that I wanted a relationship. I wanted a partner that I could share my life with. But because I was over in the States, and I always knew that my intention was to come back, I was kind of closed off to finding someone. I was kind of like in my own way jeopardizing that happening, because I thought, well, I'm going to be going back to the UK. So what does this all mean? What am I trying to share with you here? So I guess the second thing is, regardless of what term you want to give it, to move forward is about taking action. So start to think about, what is it I want? What's my kind of why? Why am I here? What do I want to make a difference? And then once you can succinctly say what that is, you can then look at the different areas of your life that are important and saying, am I achieving that in this part of my life? And so for me, I wasn't able to say, yes, I was in my job, in my family life, in my personal relationship life. And that then allows you to move forward and know that you are making changes in your life that are going to make a positive difference. So did I actually answer my question? Was I having a midlife crisis, or was it just the job? Well, it clearly wasn't just the job. That was a key part of it, but it wasn't. So yeah, I guess I was having my midlife crisis. So if you're finding yourself in a bit of a rut at the moment, you're going round and round having some similar dialogues with yourself, and you know that you need to make some changes, but maybe you're not sure where, then maybe I can help you. I can help you figure out and get that clarity so that you can move on and feel happy with your life. Because we spend a lot of time at work. If we're not happy there, we need to take action. So if you'd like to know more, go to positivedimensions.co.uk. Thank you.